Mississippi, constituent state of the United States of America. Its name derives from a Native American word meaning Great Waters, or Father of Waters. Mississippi became the 20th state of the Union in 1817. Jackson is the state capital. Mississippi is smaller than most of the U.S. states and is bounded on the north by Tennessee, on the east by Alabama, on the south by Louisiana and the Gulf of Mexico, and on the west by Louisiana and Arkansas. Mississippi is naturally well suited to agriculture. Its soil is rich and deep, and its landscape is laced with many rivers. Until the mid-20th century, the dominance of a rural, unhurried lifestyle generally worked to the state's advantage. This way of life was manifest in part in a culture of gentility, the legacy of which is still evident in the many historic mansions located in such old towns as Columbus, Biloxi, Natchez, Vicksburg, and Holly Springs. With increasing urbanization and industrialization, however, the leisurely approach to life in many ways became a hindrance to Mississippi's economic and social development. For decades, an unusually large dependent population, a predominantly agricultural economy, and a prevailing resistance to change have kept Mississippi's per capita income low and created an inadequate standard of living for many families. Moreover, the state has been the site of intense interracial conflict, sitting center stage during the civil rights movement of the mid-20th century. In the early 21st century, roughly half of all Mississippians still lived in rural areas, though not necessarily on farms, and the state continued to rank low in many economic indexes. Mississippi is a low-lying state, its highest point reaching only about 800 feet above sea level. Except for its hilly northeast corner, Mississippi lies entirely within the eastern Gulf segment of the broader coastal plain physiographic region. It has generally low topographic elevations and extensive tracts of marshy land. Its major soil areas encompass hills, plains, prairies, river lowlands, and pine woods. In the northwestern part of the state, the great fertile crescent called the Delta is the old floodplain of the Yazoo and Mississippi rivers, comprising some 6,250 square miles, 200 square kilometers, of black alluvial soil several feet deep. Once subject to disastrous floods, the land is now protected by levee and reservoir systems. On the eastern rim of the delta are the Lusk Bluffs, marking the beginning of the highlands. On the delta's western rim, a highly fertile band of lowlands parallels the Mississippi River from Vicksburg, south to the Louisiana border. A brown loam belt of varying width extends from Tennessee to Louisiana. Most of southern Mississippi lies in the gently rolling piney woods. The coastal area, sometimes called the coastal meadows, or terrace, borders the Gulf of Mexico. This region's soil is sandy and not well suited to crops. Along the northern edge of the piney woods lies the narrow Central Prairie, separated from the Black Prairie by a section of hills and woods. The two prairies, with fertile black soil that is excellent for many types of agriculture, were once the site of large cotton plantations. East of the Black Prairie, in the extreme northeast, are the Tennessee Hills. Arching between Tennessee and Alabama, these hills form the only area in Mississippi in which the terrain is reminiscent of the mountains of the southeastern United States. West of the Black Prairie, another highland area, the Pontotoc Ridge, extends south from the Tennessee border. This ridge, averaging 400 to 600 feet above sea level, is one of the state's most distinctive features. Its fertile sandy loam is excellent for orchards. A low-lying narrow region called Flatwoods skirts the western edges of the Pontotoc Ridge and the Black Prairie. Its heavy clay soils drain poorly, and the area has never developed a prosperous economy. The north-central hills range through northern and central Mississippi and eastward to Alabama. Their red clay soil supports small farms.